It's all about China. But the one thing I just can't get away from we don't know how this is going to be resolved. I think it will be. But one thing I know for sure, two things. China's the biggest holder of treasuries, kind of tight with Japan for that title. And we are the world's biggest customer. Okay? What's the old adage when you're in business about customers?
They're never wrong.
But see, there is some truth to that. What are your thoughts?
Well, as far as the Chinese potentially selling treasuries to go with that one, they can't. They still get trade from the U.S. We pay with dollars. Every day we send them dollars. They have to do something.
Packaged up like a snowball.
They have to do something with those dollars. They have to buy treasuries. So, yeah, I get it that pundits on TV will scare everybody that they're going to sell treasuries. They can't. Unless they want to crash their economy by going to zero trade with the U.S., they will continue to buy them.
Not to say it's not going to be thrown out there, as a bit of a bluff.
Of course it'll be thrown out there as a bit of a bluff. And then you were right about we're the customer. We get $500 billion from them. They're the vendor. They have a bigger vested interest in this deal than we do. They can only put trade tariffs on $60 billion worth of goods on the other side, effective in 3 weeks. We could put them on 500. I think we hold the upper hand in this argument over the longer term.
Now, politics obviously plays into everything. It certainly seems whether it's what products they pick on tariffs, meaning the Chinese, even though your number of the amount is small, everything's about politics. And with the 2020 election, I know everybody says we're one tweet away. I've agreed with that. I don't agree with it this time. What's your thought?
I agree with you. We've had 15 tweets over the weekend about this. Trump's position is clear. Unless that tweet is, I give, that's it, I'm calling it all off, and you might as well resign then at that point. We're not getting that tweet. There is no one tweet that's going to get this resolved. I think it's really up to the people over our shoulder, the financial markets, to basically make a decision which way they want to go. Do they tank hard like we did in December to try and force everybody to the table? Or do we have a Brexit scenario where they kind of meander sideways and they just talk and talk and talk and nothing happens?
Now, what can we learn by the big drop in the Chinese yuan versus the dollar? I mean, it seems pretty easy to connect the dots here, doesn't it? That we are now at the best level on foreign exchange against their currency all year.
It's a managed currency, let's just put it that way. And the government manages the currency and they want it weaker. They want to use this opportunity to put their currency in a better position for them. So there's no surprise there. Are they a currency manipulator? It sounds pretty obvious to me that they are, but we'll have
Chuck
to see.
Schumer, come on, let's hear from you on currency manipulation.
Exactly.
Here. And finally, really quick, when it comes to the holdings and the fact they're most likely not going to sell, that issue is playing out, but it's playing out at a time where interest rates are pretty low. Your final thought?
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting about this is that we might see inflation go up if we have tariffs. The Fed might finally get inflation, and the reaction might be to cut rates.
Right.
Exactly the opposite of what they
might not happen, markets are pricing that in, more of a cut than an increase, no matter what inflation does, because it's not all created equal because of the economy, globally and domestically.